Hello everyone, it's me, Long Pray, and welcome back to another video. I know I'm in the same look from the last video, but don't mind that. Just mind this gorgeous face with this gorgeous makeup and these gorgeous makeup products that I use, like Mented Cosmetics Stick Foundation on the eyebrows. Don't forget to use the code Long Pray for 15% off your next order. For today's video, we're going to be dipping into the music aspect of this channel, and we're going to be reviewing Portals by Melanie Martinez. You know, I've been meaning to review her. It's just been a hot minute and my filming schedule's been a little off late. For those of you guys that don't know, I officially started beauty school about a week and a half ago now at the time of filming this video. And it's been kind of crazy trying to balance school and work and my drag and trying to be me and be everything that I want to be, you know what I mean? So just be a little patient with me. I'm getting the schedule down. I mean, I'm in front of you guys right now, so obviously I am able to kind of edit and present myself to you guys once again. So with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. I'm trying to really just get some content out for you guys, and let's rank Portals by Melanie Martinez. For you guys that don't know, I have been ranking some of my favorite albums here on this channel. I think I did Midnight's already. What other albums did I do? But over on my TikTok and in my short page, you'll see Midnight's, you'll see Speak Now, you'll see K through 12, which has kind of been going viral, so thank y'all for that. And now we have Portals. Portals was released earlier this year, back in March, by Melanie Martinez. It's the highly anticipated third album by her, and I just want to say I love Melanie so much. I'm going to be ranking these songs 1 through 16, 1 being the very best for me and 16 being my least favorite. We're going to be starting with number 16. Number 16 is Moon Cycle. So Moon Cycle for me isn't my favorite on the album. I think this is just an easy case of Moon Cycle is just not a song that I can relate to. Outside of drag, I am a 5'8", 150-pound man, so I don't have a moon cycle necessarily. I do feel for all the women around me that have had to deal with this issue with men and their hypersexualness, and it's a great message. It's just not a song that relates to me, and frankly, I think the mixing of it is a little weird. I do like how in the song she sings in a way that like scratches my brain really nicely, but it's not really a song I listen to. It's a song that I think I skip the most out of every song on this album except for the next one. This is my second most skip on the album, and I think the same way y'all got mad at me for Maroon being really low for Midnight's, y'all gonna get real mad at me for this. Number 15 is Pluto. So Pluto is that song. I love how some of these songs are meant to feel like you're the villain in the story, and Pluto is one of those songs, but I don't like it that much. It's definitely a song that I skip. If I wanted to feel like the villain, I go straight to Milk of the Siren. I think that song's a lot better mixed. I think that song's a lot more in depth. Pluto is like its sister, but it doesn't really perform that well for me track wise, so it's gonna be number 15. Number 14. So number 14 for me is going to be Spiderweb. So number 14 for me is Spiderweb. I think Spiderweb, for me, the mixing is just really weird, and it sounds like a song that this is gonna sound really shady, but it sounds like a kid's song to me in terms of mixing. I'm not really a big fan of Spiderweb. I like the lyrics somewhat, but I think it's just a little too like on the nose in terms of lyrics. I do think it's a little better than Moon Cycle in terms of mixing and in terms of some lyrics, but I do think it's really weird to me, and I will listen to it on occasion, but she's also a skip. Number 13. Number 13 for me is going to be The Fairy Suare. Fairy Suare is really fun to me. The Fairy Suare. I think it's one of those songs that for me just feels like a filler song to get to the other part of the story in the album. Melanie loves a story, and some of her songs kind of come across as filler songs to get to the deeper meaning, but they're meant to add more depth to a certain area. I think for me, Fairy Soiree is that layer between tunnel vision and light shower. So that's my opinion, but she's definitely number 13 for me. Number 12 is gonna be Womb. In the womb, make me meow, 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 make me sound. I like Womb. I think Womb was just a little too cheery to be the final track on the non-deluxe album. And especially when you start off with Death and you're supposed to be ending with Womb like as the conclusion, I don't know, it felt like it didn't have as much of a serious tone as I wished it did. So for that reason, it's kind of my number 12, but no real dramatic reason in terms of mixing or lyrics, but in terms of story, that's all I can really base it off of, because it's a rather good song otherwise, and I do listen to it. I think we're getting into the songs that now I genuinely listen to. So I genuinely listen to it, but everything else I listen to way more often. Number 11 is gonna be Powder. Powder for me is a good song. I do like it a lot, and it gives me Lunchbox Friends vibes in terms of the mixing. But I like it. It's good. It's like, you know, another song I listen to, but not as much. And I can't really give too much input on this song because for me it's like right smack dab in the middle of my likes and dislikes. So Powder, number 11. I wouldn't expect it to be number 11, but it's number 11. Now we're in the top 10. Number 10 for me is gonna be Leeches. I love a good sad song, and I like Leeches. It's obviously not going to be anything higher than 10 for me because everything else is so strong. I think it's just one of those moments where, because it's such a tempo shift, it gets a little bit of a docked point. But you could also make the argument for like, what about Light Shower? Because she's also a tempo shift. Yeah, but she's a little bit more impactful. I think Leeches is impactful, but just not enough to be like, oh my god, this is going to be on my sad playlist. It's a sad song, but it doesn't make a sad playlist. So it gets number 10. Number 9 for me is gonna be Tunnel Vision. I was so hyped for this song when the clips came out and the little snippets were coming out and you heard follow the tunnel in, there's a hair in my eye, oh my god. Oh. To the portal. I love that whole intro so much. It's haunting. I love her voice in it. And then as soon as the tempo shift happens and her whole, like the whole vibe of the song changes, that's where it kind of loses me. But I think it's this high at number 9 because of that intro that lasts for like a minute and a half. I love the build up so much. And I can listen to the rest of the song easily, but I mainly listen to the song just for the intro. So for that reason, it gets number 9. Number 8 for me is gonna be Void. Gotta escape that void. There's no other choice yet. I like Void. I think she tried to push it really hard, but also wasn't pushing it enough. I think it's a solid song, but I do think that there's a lot of other songs that could have been pushed as the main songs for the album. And I think this one's fun. It's definitely more alternative and more like indie alternative versus just alternative like she typically does. There's a lot more instruments that you can really hear. It sounds like she's singing in with a band behind her. And I do like that vibe, but I do think all the other songs on the album match my vibe a little bit more. You guys gotta remember this is just preference. Void is number 8. Number 7 is going to be the first song released from the album, that is Death. At first, this song was not my vibe, like at all. Same thing happened with Lemonade back in 2016 when Beyonce released Formation. I was like, what the fuck is this? Because it's so opposite of what we typically hear from these artists. But as time has gone on, death is really fun to me. I do think it's a great way to kind of bring yourself back from the dead, ha ha ha, like Melanie did. And I think it's cool. I think it's a good song. It's solid, and I think it was a good song to start off this era with. So it's number 7. All right, so now we're in the top 6. These are the songs that when I come to this album to start listening to songs, these are the main songs that I listen to. So I think this is the exponential growth, where everything before the top 6 it probably has like 15, 20 plays. Everything else in the top 6 has probably like 50 to 80 plays at this point. So I do love every other. This top 6 is my top 6 for real. This top 6 is really hard because I listen to these a lot. I think number 6 is gonna go to Battle of the Larynx. I love Battle of the Larynx. I love Battle of the Larynx so much, but there's the way that she says some of the words give me the ick, and that's not to be shady, but the way that she says battle, I hate that. I hate it so much in the song. If she just said, don't you battle with my larynx tonight, and she didn't like have a gasp in the middle of battle, like battle, ooh, what was that? Battle. I don't know why I hate it when she says it like that in the song. It like throws me off because I'm like, this song's a little bit more serious, so her saying it like that and taking out that serious tone just like ruins the song for me. But don't get it twisted, I've been able to like look past that and just sing the song on blast because I love the lyrics, I love the meaning of the song, I love the mixing and the instruments in the song all throughout. It's so good, but like the way that she says battle is why it's number 6, because sometimes it gets to me and I just can't listen to the rest of the song. But Battle of the Larynx is number 6 for sure. Everything else is like so freaking hard. Okay, number 5 is gonna be Light Shower. Light Shower is a super sad song done right. I love Light Shower. Light Shower is sweet, it's nice, it's sad. And for me, Light Shower is right there with Orange Juice, and it's right there with not Mrs. Potato Head, but definitely like Sippy Cup in terms of sadness and meaning. Like this is a sad good, and Orange Juice was like a sad sad, and then Sippy Cup was like a sad angry. This is just like a sad good, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's her yearning for her light shower, like her person. And it's like the first sad good song that I feel like she's ever, not sad good as in like it's the only good sad song she's ever written, but it's the first sad positive song that she's ever written. And I love that. I love it. I love Light Shower. It definitely is going to be my number 5. Number 4, we are in the top 4 already. Number 4 is going to be Evil. Evil's a really good song, and I think it should be one of the singles from the album because I think it's a good representation of how angry she is throughout this album, because she's pretty angry throughout this album. Moon Cycle, Contortionist, Nymphology, Evil, Void, Death, all of them are pretty angry songs, and this is like the song that encapsulates that anger into one song. So Evil should definitely be a single, and it's definitely going to be my number 4. That only leaves 3 songs, and it's probably the 3 songs I listen to the most out of all the songs on the album. This is gonna pain me a lot having to rank them. Number 3 for me is gonna be, I'm gonna say Contortionist. I love the dramatics of the song. I love the fact that it starts off with all the people, all the dramatics of the contortionist and the cracking, and it's just a really fun song in terms of mixing and how she sings it and production. It's a really balanced song. It's campy, but in a serious way, and I think that's what I love about Melanie's music, is that it's always campy, but in a serious way. We saw that in Wheels on the Bus, Classified, literally all the K-12 albums campy in a serious way, versus Crybaby, which was campy in a dark way, and we come back to Portals, which is now campy in a campy way. Campy in a fun way, I think. This is the first album where you can really hear her having fun throughout the album, and it's not her playing a character, it's her playing herself. That brings it down to our final 2. Second place, no shadow of a doubt. I knew this song would be second, regardless of who I put third, fourth, fifth, first, just because I love it so much, but it's definitely not my number 1. Milk of the Siren. This song gives me all of my teen dramas of the early 2010s and early 2000s fantasies. It gives me my Charmed moment, my Vampire Diaries moment. Like, this is a song that you'd hear on a show where shit goes down. Milk of the Siren's dramatic. It's crazy. The mixing is so much like for the ear to handle, but it's in a good way. I love the bass and how crazy the song gets, and it's just really good to me. I think Milk of the Siren was a great choice to put on the deluxe version of the album. I really just wish it had a more prominent feature on the album, because it feels like it was kind of just pushed to the side a little bit. But Milk of the Siren's really, really good. If you haven't heard it yet, I highly recommend that you do. Which leaves one song at number 1. I can't believe it. I'm not shocked that this song is number 1. I'm proud of myself for putting it number 1, because I do absolutely love Nymphology. I don't understand why so many people in the fandom don't like Nymphology. But I love Nymphology. I think it's such a fun song. The way that she spells things out like an alphabet boy. Nymphology is just that big like middle finger to her ex, who treated her this way and over-sexualized her and only made her feel used for sex. I think it's a good little song from the album. It's personally my favorite from the album. I can definitely relate to feeling used and only feeling like a sex object at some points in times. So Nymphology has definitely related to me, and the mixing's really fun. It's angry and it's campy, and it's like you're pointing the finger at this bitch that only ever used you for one thing and one thing only. Alright guys, and that concludes our ranking of Portals by Melanie Martinez. I really did enjoy doing this ranking with you guys, and I really want to thank you guys for sticking around for this long here on this video. A quick shout out again to Mented Cosmetics, which is on my face at the moment. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more great videos like this, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I post once a week, every week, one main video, and I post my shorts throughout the rest of the week. With that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!